Crazy to think that we used to buy eggs to throw at houses. Now we can't afford eggs or houses.
But I just got out of the grocery store and something's got to be done. Something's got to give. I mean, the price of food in this country is fucking crippling people.
A pound of ground beef, the cheapest beef available, is now more than the federal minimum wage.
2/3 of Americans are living paycheck to paycheck. Grocery prices have risen about 20 to 25% since 2020. People can't afford to feed their families. Cost of living keeps going up, utilities keep going up. It's just getting crazy out here. Let's check it out.
Typically try to be a happy-go-lucky, positive person, but I just got out of the grocery store and something's got to be done. Something's got to give. I mean, the price of food in this country is fucking crippling people. Crippling and destroying the middle class. And it's all by fucking design. Doesn't matter. Biden, Trump, Republicans and Democrats, they're all the fucking same. They don't give a shit about you. They want this. It's all by design. Something needs to be done. We need to vote all these fuckers out. All of them. Absolutely insane. We need to get power back to the people. I don't know what the fix is here, but the price of food in this country and just standard of living is out of control. Out of control.
Yeah, he's absolutely right. We've printed so much money in the past 5 years that the cost of living has just absolutely skyrocketed. Inflation's helping the rich folks while it's driving the middle class down into the lower class. And I don't know. I don't see a way out of it. Also, this is a brand new YouTube channel, so like and subscribe.
$3 to $4. This is $9.29 for a case of sodas. Look at this, for a case of root beer, it's $11.49. A carton of eggs is $11.39. Come on with these prices, bro. For a bag of barbecue Lay's, $4.99. It's $5 for a bag of chips. It used to be $2. This is insane. This is $10 for a case of Gatorade. And they had the nerve to put buy two, get one free. You're paying $20 for 2 cases of Gatorade, man. That's insane. These used to be $4. And they're doing buy two, get one free, making people think that they're getting a deal. It's crazy, man. What happened to our country in just 4 years? What happened? Just 4 years ago, all of these were $1. Now we're at $3.59.
Like, if you want to look at these.
And look how much it is. This is big.
Crazy to think.
Today, I went to the grocery store and I bought 2 sweet potatoes for a little less than $6. It's pretty insane. What was the most expensive thing you've bought at the grocery store here recently? It's getting crazy. I also buy 3 Wishes cereal, which I probably shouldn't. It's the healthy cereal, and it's about, it's kind of crazy. It's $7 or $8 per box, and it's like it's kind of a smaller box. But I guess that's kind of a luxury item since it's a healthy cereal.
That we used to buy eggs to throw at houses. Now we can't afford eggs or houses.
A pound of ground beef, the cheapest beef available, is now more than the federal minimum wage. A pound of ground beef at my local King Soopers is $7.49 because it's not on sale. The minimum federal wage is $7.20 something cents. Chuck roast, which has always been the cheapest roast available, is now $9.99 a pound. And it's not like you can just buy a pound of it. It's a roast. And that makes chuck roast, on average, about $28. You know, One of the reasons that I shop at places like Costco is because I can afford a membership, and I buy in bulk because that lowers your cost per pound. But of course, poor people are penalized because they can't afford to buy in bulk. It is the penalty you pay for being poor. You know, you go to the dollar store and you buy in small amounts, and you get less. I made a video recently, and I talked about inflation. And someone was talking about how, you know, if you look at inflation month over month, it's not any higher than it has been. You know, but that is, of course, you know, the aggregate of inflation. But if you look at the cost of food, it's crazy. You look at the cost of medication, you know, and now we're going to have tariffs on medication. Now, someone said in a video that where they live, formula was $70. I looked, and again, I live outside of Denver, Colorado, and at the Target, formula was $60. And it was specialty formula, but some children need that. And not everyone can join Costco because there's a cost to membership. How are people going to live? Oh yeah, we're making America great again. Take care, stay safe, build your community.
This ain't it. I'm just leaving Kroger, and there's absolutely no reason why groceries for two people should be $300. $300 for groceries. That's not even gonna last us probably the whole month. It's gotta be a better way.
I just got home from the food store and I didn't have time to process how much money I spent. So let's break it down. I went to Target and I spent $137. Then I went to ShopRite and spent $551, totaling $688. We are a family of three, me, my husband, and my almost 2-year-old. All the things that I got, most of it was like, you know, household products, face wash, you know, things like that. Things that were like buy 3 for whatever, like cheaper, blah, blah, blah. I also got other stuff too, you know, fruits, vegetables, meat, bread, eggs, cheese, like stuff like that. Things that like we go through every single day. I come home, I show my husband everything I bought. He's like, whoa, this is very overwhelming. How much money did you spend? I tell him, and he was like, needless to say, he left, went for a bike ride so he can, you know, just take his mind off how much money that I just spent at the food store.
Grocery haul as a 37-year-old full-time working mom of 3 boys.
I mean, who wants to have kids in this world right now? Number one, obviously it's crazy. Everybody's batshit crazy. Number two, I mean, how can you, unless you're making bank, like how could like just normal people that make a decent salary afford to bring multiple kids into this world? It's just going to keep going up and up.
Who also moved her parents in with her. So we have groceries today from 3 different places. We got groceries from Sam's, Walmart, 4 places. Sam's, Walmart, Food Line, and Piggly Wiggly. And I will tell you the totals for each at the end and then a grand total. So we got 2 containers of the 2-bite brownies. 2 of those because they'll be gone so quick. We got 1 big thing of Cinnamon Toast Crunch because we still had some left over from last trip. So we didn't need as much this time.
I will say those brownies are absolutely fire. Like those are so good. Worth every penny. Anyways.
We got a big box of the oatmeal cream pies. We got some tea. We got some cereal bars. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 big bags of fries. I got some conditioner, Q-tips, children's Tylenol, some cucumbers, some lettuce. Here's that good old Lewis bread from the Piggly Wiggly. Some bananas. We got 6 blocks of the Monterey Jack cheese. We got a watermelon. We got 2 big things of mayonnaise because we be going through some mayonnaise. We got some grapes. We got some.
Also, if you're not buying Duke's, you're doing it all wrong. It's the best mayonnaise by far.
Some eggs, a few things of the allergy medicine, some deodorant for my dad, some antacid for my mom, lip gloss that my mom got, 2 blocks of the mozzarella cheese, 6 blocks of the mild cheddar cheese. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Dr. Peppers. We got these subs for Bryson. He absolutely loves the Italian Hero subs at Walmart. We got 4 of these for him, so this should last him for quite a few days here. We got 1 Mountain Dew because we still have a few of those left, and Brantley is literally the only one that drinks them. We got a box of Fruit Loops. We got 1 bag of the purple Doritos. We got a thing of buttermilk, a big bag of sugar. We got 2 gallons of milk. We got a thing of naps. We got the Fruit Loops with marshmallows. We got some Oreos. We got 2 packs of Capri Suns. We got 4 New York strips. And Bryson's already broke into his subs. I told y'all he loves them. We got 2 packs of ribeyes here. We got a thing of drumsticks here. We got 2 packs of pork chops. 32 pizzas.
32 pizzas.
We got tower pizzas again for Brayden. I will cry. So we wiped them out. We took all they had. And then we got 10 packs of strawberry Kool-Aid. And we got 3 cases of water, but I am not picking those up for y'all. So yeah, that was included in this. Oh, excuse me. We got 4 cases of water. And then we also ordered an 8-count box of deluxe mac and cheese online at Sam's and an 8-count box of Velveeta mac and cheese at Sam's. That's not here yet. It's going to be shipped here. Okay. All right, so I got all of our totals written down. So online at Sam's was $31.26. In store at Sam's was $81.56. Food Lion was $55.23. Walmart. So Walmart, we had 1 total. We did 2 separate orders at Walmart. One was $188.96 and one was $24.15. And then Piggly Wiggly was $95.52. And my mom has a total for me. So all of that together is $476.68 today. So a little bit less than last time. But the crazy thing is that we left a lot of stuff.
Listen to this TikTok.
That's insane. What are your weekly grocery prices? Also, I mean, no shade to those people, but we spend so much money on food in the U.S. and look how, like I said, no shade to those people, but the American diet is so trash. That's nothing but processed food. And I mean, it's easy. She got a lot of kids and stuff like that. I'm not throwing shade, but I'm just commenting on how bad. If you go to a U.S. grocery store and walk down any of the aisles, 99% of them, it's absolute dog shit. Like all those Doritos and chips and Oreos, and like it's hard to find healthy food. I mean, if you get Whole Foods, yeah, you got to cook it. But like prepackaged healthy food and like cheap prepackaged healthy food, it's it's hard to find.
Things are about to get really hard for us. I don't think we have any idea about how things are about to be. The reason why I can see this, why I know this, why I see it coming into fruition very quickly is because I have an extreme sense of pattern recognition. The one ongoing theme I see through all the social media platforms right now is someone is asking for help with their housing situation. They're about like 2 seconds or like a quarter away from an eviction or being homeless. And it's like one of those things where you just like rather let people do what they want to do because you don't know if they might be YOLOing or whatever, but you want to kind of get the word out too at the same time because it is quite a serious situation. If you have the ability to stock up, you should. If you have the ability to scale back on any of your expenses, you definitely should. If you just racked up on any debt this year, like a new car or a new house, I would be very cautious about the way that I'm moving. With that, I would probably be trying to get extra streams of income because you do not know if your stream of income that you currently have will still be there in the next 6 months to a year. If you were considering getting a house this year, maybe you might want to consider teaming up with someone. Single mothers, you probably maybe need to consider teaming up. If you have friends or best friends, maybe you might want to consider living with each other. You know, maybe you might want to help each other with each other's kids. Now it's going to be a time of community, because I'm telling you, we are getting priced out of the market every single day, as far as being able to afford homes, to be able to have a decent car note, just to even be able to live. My God. If you're trying to get out of the country, now is a good time to go ahead and do that. You know, it's starting to cool down. You know, do not be afraid to move your kids out of the country. Do not be afraid to leave the United States of America. I promise you, I've done it several times. I've lived in Mexico for 30 days. I lived in Medellin. I've lived in Colombia, been to Cartagena, all of those things. I've lived in those places. And when I tell you, other countries are so much better than the United States, do not be afraid to leave. And if you need to leave, don't be afraid to get a loan, to get up out of here to do it, because guess what? Credit does not exist in a lot of other countries, or it really doesn't matter. It really just only matters about your cash flow and what you have on hand. And most times you can go ahead and get into an Airbnb. The only thing I can see that most people are messing up with when they leave out of the country is that they are not keeping up with like the visa rules over there. A lot of countries will allow you to be there for a year. Do your research. Spain, Albania, you know, things like that. Do your research, find out about the visa rules, and get up out of here. If you're going to stay and hunker it down, if you're going to stay, maybe you want to consider scaling back. Maybe you want to sell your home. Maybe you want to be in an RV like me. But whatever you do, please be sound mind and know, you know, like make good decisions financially right now. Don't be out here YOLOing, because your YOLO might have you in a tent on a corner somewhere with nowhere to live, for real. And I've said it in other videos, and I'll say it again. Just make sure you go get you some pew-pew, okay? Because when it comes down to survival of the fittest, and people need to provide for their families, and they don't feel like going out there and getting their own, please believe they have no problem coming to take anything from you, okay? Y'all be easy out here. Stay safe. And please get it together.
I mean, it's easier said than done for most Americans to just leave the United States. And to piggyback off that, I mean, or to respond to that, like, it's not going to be, the grass isn't necessarily going to be greener on the other side. A lot of places are in trouble right now. It's not just the United States. Where was that? Mexico City, where the locals were freaking out about all the Americans moving there because it was driving the cost of living up. But it's not necessarily greener on the other side, especially if you go to a European country and stuff. I think this is a world issue. Obviously, it's horrible here in the United States. They're getting worse. Utility bills are going up. Health insurance is probably about the double for a bunch of people, which sucks. But I don't know. I don't know the solution. If you know the solution, let me know. Type in, comment whatever you think the solution should be. Other than leaving the country. I mean, yeah, you can do that, but how do we lower costs here in the United States? Anyways, that's all I have for today. Like and subscribe. Sorry if you were hearing weird noises during this recording. I had this little demon walking around. Get up there. I got this big old mastiff that was walking around this whole time, and he also farted a couple times, so I do apologize. Anyways, like and subscribe. Do it for Tony. Oh, yeah, that's a good boy. All right, bye.